What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-1. Today, we have another lockup lesson to learn from the hit TV show 60 Days In. We're going to be witnessing the notorious cell warrior, and I'm sure you've heard that term quite a bit throughout the genre, but today you're going to witness one in action. Not to mention a situation that I lived through a few times in lockup. So if you enjoy this type of content, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. So for those of y'all that don't know, the participants that are undercover and even the regular inmates have to go through this 14-day quarantine. They just sit in a cell and make sure, nobody's sick. And if they are, they get taken care of within those 14 days. But this looks like the cell block, and it's pretty damn nice. And I can guarantee this is probably one of the nicer cell blocks in the jail. Every jail has an old side that people are trying to duck, but people like me, I would leave these type of pods and go straight to the dungeon. There ain't no cameras. It might be a little more dangerous, but I was sure of myself. I was a pretty cool guy. I don't see why anybody would just kill me for no reason down there, right? So this is actually 23-1, right? Where they get 1 hour out their cell a day and they only move one cell out at a time. And that means you got a lot of cell warriors knowing that they are not going to open up all the cell doors. They'll talk and run their mouth from here to kingdom come. 12:24 a.m. And you're still screaming from the cells.
They allow this man to be a disturbance to the entire dorm, man.
I don't get anybody to do that, so they gotta move his ass somewhere else.
So 12:34 a.m. and these guys are still tossing and turning. Can't get a good night's sleep because the cell warrior wants to scream through the night. What can the correctional officers do? Go in there, mace him, and tase him a few times? They can't do that, man. He's just gonna have to scream it out, right? They're just gonna have to deal with the screaming for 14 days till they put him in the psych block. Chances are that's where he's going immediately after. But I've lived through these type of situations, and usually it's in the hole, segregation, where people act up. But general population, guaranteed someone, if this guy tried to do this on a regular basis, someone would have handled him. They would have gotten him out of there very quick, because people need to have their rest before court. And some prisons, they have a rule. If you speak past a certain time, you could die the next morning.
He's like right below me.
Get up!
First off, homeboy was extremely excited to come out the cell, and that is how it is, man. When they open up that damn gate, you've been in there for 23 hours, you're ripping and running. But he ran down immediately to cell 113 to kick on the door, tell him to wake the hell up. Why? Because the dude in that cell is the one that's been keeping them up all night. So he's just doing the same thing back, right? And this could turn into a situation later on down the road. If you were to ask me, you probably picked and choose this situation because let's say there was someone in there the size of Debo screaming all night. He ain't gonna go over there and kick on that door. Not if you're gonna be doing a lot of time, because chances are you're gonna see Debo around them cell blocks again, right? So you gotta pick your battles wisely, even if during the time that you're choosing the battle is on lockdown status.
All night, man. You do that all night. I understand.
5 minutes, I'm kicking that.
Why you think it's going to give us up all night? You ain't getting no sleep as long as I'm out here. No sleep. None. Just stay up all day long. I can't sleep, you can't sleep. Yeah.
Oh.
You tell all the inbounds you want to, homie. They open this door and beat your ass, though.
He dropped the nuclear N-bomb on him. Everybody knows there's going to be little repercussions when you start breaking out that vocabulary, but there ain't nothing this guy can do, though, besides bark through the glass all day. Best bet's to hope and pray you see him in GP.
Y'all leave the loader locked down. How you feel? How you feel?
Damn, still hitting him with the N-bombs.
How come y'all let me keep us up all night?
There's nothing I can do about that. You're right here at the door. I can help that.
There's certain ways you gotta address issues, If it was me, I probably would just steady pump a bunch of tumblers of water up under his cell every chance I got. or maybe some other fluids. You know, I seen a movie the other day. It was pretty damn treacherous. It was, I don't even remember. I don't think it was a lockup movie, but had a scene in it where this dude was in a cell and he was on 23-1. He couldn't leave and nobody could get to him besides what they pumped underneath the cell, which was gasoline. Bobby's soft ass couldn't even finish the scene, could you, Bobby? Now, moving on from the cell warrior into another situation. These guys are still doing their 14 days on quarantine, and if y'all didn't know, this individual in the top bunk is a participant, and his cellmate right here happened to have found himself something to smoke on. Now, not only do they not have a lighter, but another situation's about to happen.
I'm gonna smoke that big down until they burn my finger. Something going on. And that's a sergeant too, so something gotta be going on. They ain't in there fighting, so.
Take all your stuff up.
Something wrong?
We gotta get all that stuff out of here.
I think who's next door? But I got that from?
Who lives next door? The buddy I got that smoke from. Now, this could be a crazy situation, especially if you were the one that bought it from the guy. That's gonna put you on the chopping block as one of the people that could have dropped dime on him. Like I said in past videos, there's more snitches in prison than you would ever imagine. But this happens all the time, you know, you just be sitting in the pod, all of a sudden they'll come pack up the dope man.
They came and shook him down and removed him out of the cell.
Make sure we clean all this out of here, get all that out of the window.
Be flushing until I have to.
There goes the pack, Bobby. I seen you shaking in your little shower. Now you're gonna pay the debts. But for real, this is a situation that happens all too often, man. People get skittish. They ain't trying to go that damn level 19, 24-0, right? No sunlight, no water. I'm just playing. There ain't no level 19, but, you know, they will go to a higher level prison if they get caught. They'll be put into a cell like this for, you know, months instead of just 14 days. So a lot of guys do get scared and worried, not to mention a street charge, not knowing what kind of smoke he might have had. Man, I got a bunch of stories about flushing stuff out of pure paranoia. One time we flushed some batteries of a remote that we stole from the pod, right? And got the whole pod on lockdown. Until the batteries were returned, nobody's coming off lock. Well, we already flushed them. So much for that, right? So, yeah, maybe I'll tell that story again later on down the road. The scarier situations is when you realize these guys are coming in, they're doing some things, and you have some stuff in your cell, but you realize that the water's turned off. What are you gonna do now, man? You got all this shit. What are you gonna do now? And that's when people really start freaking out, swallowing it, suitcasing it. I've seen some guys swallow packs and it end up breaking inside them. They have to go to medical because they're ODing. So, you know, people try to risk it all not to get caught with that stuff.
Somebody told him, guys.
Someone definitely told him.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, can't do that shit every day now. That shit ain't not every night. Yeah, still disappearing all night. Yeah, there you go. All night. I hope he ain't here today.
Oh, man, if I had $1 every time someone got mad at me for blazing up at the wrong time. You dumbass, man. Now you got the whole place locked. Couldn't wait till nighttime, bro? Man, are you the CO2? Come on, man. I can smoke when I want to. Right? That's what you want to say. But some of those guys, he'd be like, all right, bro, I'll smoke at night. Them guys scary as shit. Biggest guys ever seen in my life's in prison. But even though you can't stop these guys from doing what they do, he's absolutely right. You can't be doing it during the daytime if you know they're making rounds on a regular basis. But it is what it is. People are going through some stressful times. They ain't got time to wait, right? They want to experience, you know, the elevations throughout the day. But these guys got a good head on their shoulders. They're thinking about the future, the consequences, and you know, that's what I like to see. People ask me all the time, man, give us advice on how to stay out. Look, you just got to think ahead. Is the shit that you're about to do going to land you in prison later on down the road? If so, then don't do it. Just think ahead. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed another action-packed episode of Lockdown 23-1. Learned a few things, got a couple laughs, you know. If you did, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. Check out all the links in the description of the video. Add me up on my second channel, Mr. Death. And as always, I salute every last one of you been supporting me since the beginning, and everybody who's just now joining the lockdown compound. Y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free.